G'day, welcome to Hogs, Cogs and Two Aussie Flogs, the greatest motorcycle podcast this side of summer.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know about... They keep telling me about climate change, mate. I'm happy it's changing at the moment.
Yes,
because
me
it was
too.
friggin' shit for a while, and now...
it's just, how,
the last 2 weeks, mate. Oh, how good have they been?
Absolutely sensational.
I reckon I've done more Ks in the last 2 weeks than I have in the last 2 months.
100%. And before we go any further, for those people who don't like the table, there you go, it's wobbly.
I hadn't noticed. There you go. Wobble, wobble. Hey? If you'd like to donate a sturdier table,
we're all open offers.
We're always welcome, but it must be able to be packed up and put in the corner because this is a working garage.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Now back to our main show. Mate, before we go any further, and how good is the weather been, by the way?
Absolutely fantastic.
I got out yesterday, mate. Just a quick 640k.
Yes.
Have a chat about that a little bit later. How good is that? Oh, it was perfect weather.
And even freaking Saturday was fantastic. You've done over 1,000 Ks the last weekend. Easily. You must have.
Yeah, probably about 1,200.
Yeah.
It's just basically just a day out to chop. Just a simple day out. I spoke to Chop last night. I said, I've just come home from 640 Ks. You're a metal case. You've got to be. All right, one thing we've got a bit of homework to do, mate. We have still got raffle tickets ready for our main, not competition, our main raffle of the year.
Yep.
$20 a ticket, only 400 tickets? Yeah, 400 tickets.
Yep, there's 100 and something left.
There's 186 at last count left, and we want to get rid of them because we want to help those two organisations.
Yes.
Not 1 cent is going to us, not 1 cent is going anywhere other than running the raffle, which has got a few little charges, which is because people are paying online and that sort of thing, bank fees and that. But apart from that, every cent's going to go to
Backer. Bikers Against Child Abuse.
Yep, and Country Hope.
Yep.
So if you've been thinking about it, jump online. We'll put a link in. The link's in the show notes. It's in the show notes every week. You just go to our merch page, which is Big Cartel. It's the Big Cartel one with the long Hogs, Cogs and Two Aussie Flogs.
Yep.
Go there, and it's the first item there.
100%.
Raffle tickets. You can buy one. You can buy 100 for like it. Actually, you buy 100. We'll send you a T-shirt, a hat, a Stobie holder, and we might come and knock on your door and give you a big...
And deliver it in person.
And dry hump your leg or something. That'd be really good. So anyone who's thinking about buying those raffle tickets...
Get in.
Now is the time, please. Yep. We've only got they've got to be done before January.
Yeah.
So we've only got a couple more months to sell those.
Yep.
So please give us a hand, and every cent that you go, you can be assured will be going to those two things.
Yep.
Mate, I'm feeling a little lonely.
Why is that?
You went out without me. You went out without me.
Says the bloke who went away for the whole weekend.
That's true. So because I was away for 5 days, bring up bloody technicalities. You're always looking at technicalities. All right, but you've been back down to Geelong, mate, and seen Cole.
Yeah, well, so we spoke a few episodes ago about catch cans and all that sort of stuff. So Cole rang me up and said, "Guess what, Sunshine? You're the guinea pig." And I said, "Oh, am I?" And he said, "Yes, come down."
Can you imagine how much hay that'd eat? That's a big guinea pig.
So we said, "Come down, and we're going to install the catch can." So headed down the highway, and this is what unfolded. So a couple of weeks ago on Hogs Cogs, we discussed with Cole about putting catch cans on the Harleys, and I chatted to him yesterday. He said, "Come down. You've got his bloody prototype, whatever it was he was organising. So we're going to fit it today. Let's go and have a look." All right, so we're with Cole. Now, Cole, we're going to try and fit one of these catch cans that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, and we've come up with a little problem with the CVAs because they've got the friggin' all this crap in the way. So originally, what we thought was going to be an easy fix for this one, we have to piss fart around a bit, don't we?
I probably need to resign myself to the fact that there's never anything easy. There's just different degrees of difficulty. So we probably want that in there somewhere, would be my guess.
Yep. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to run this one?
We'll run this one because it's a bit smaller. As I said, I don't like that bracket much, but it might be right. And we'll try and put some safety chains or something on it so it doesn't swing into your back wheel and lock it up.
Yeah.
This would be better because it says on there what it is.
Yeah. Well, you need that.
All right, we'll run with that one.
All right, done.
You can be the experiment.
So we're gonna mount it in here, and it'll put a bracket from there down, and that'll hook onto that there.
Fucking Reinhardt mufflers.
The best in the business, Reinhardt.
I actually quite like that area, just putting an angle around it to start with.
Yep.
And just and we'll let that hang on the top of the angle.
Yep.
As if they can hold it in position while you do the hose clip up.
Yep.
Right. So, grab that torque spit. Oh, hang on. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Righto. Righto. We'll go and make that look sexy.
Yep.
Because that's what I do. As long as that's there, will be good. That plug will sit over the top of it. So,
yep.
Well, that's about where we want it to sit there. So
yep.
that's not too bad. And we're going to do it on an angle.
Hey Paul,
yeah.
It's welding. Look at the pretty lights.
Yeah.
Helps you sleep at night.
Yeah, it's gross.
It makes your eyeballs itch quite a lot though. If you... So that's the way we want that. I'll just grab that welder. Oh,
yep.
Here it is. We'll have to do a tack. See if it all lines up. It's got to turn that way and that's got to go that way. So I'll put a little tack on here so it doesn't break off. Put another tack down here. Gotta go the other way a little bit now.
This will only happen on CVOs.
I know. I'll put a bit of a weld on there so it doesn't break, and we'll just. We won't be grabbing it anymore for a minute.
No. John?
I've grabbed it, but I can't see. I told you not to look into the pretty lights, Paul.
Alright, I'll see what that looks like. It'll be a bit of a fuck if you decide this Caps can's a waste of time and money after all this, won't it? Oh, that's getting fucking warm. This shouldn't really surprise me, should it? I would suggest that we're awful close for positioning. Yeah, I think we are. We can move this around, act as a safety latch.
Yep.
I think it's just got to go towards the disc a 15th more. So we can do that.
So what's like the technical term for this thing?
We need Whitey.
The gentle, is that what's commonly referred to as the gentle persuader?
Well, that's what Whitey seemed to be all over the technical term for things last time, didn't he? Like he just, the upper front stabilised bar. He had all sorts of flash names. Righto, it won't go anywhere. I'll go and cool it down. Having you and that GoPro is a bit reminiscent of when Danny used to come in. The only difference is he could sort of duck and weave around me. You're not doing much ducking and weaving.
I'm more like a Bismarck. He's sort of like a speedboat, I'm more like the Bismarck.
Yeah. Righto, now we'll make it all look sexy.
Sparks look good on camera.
Yeah, I was going to say, that'll look good in slow-mo.
Yeah.
We're going to get hammered on a safety aspect. Do you realise that, don't you?
That's right.
That's big, boys.
I'll put this in. I'll put this one in with the gunner episode. This will be good.
Mind you, right. Because it's a CVO, we'll have to paint it too, won't we?
Oh fuck!
You've got to dip it in chrome.
And I want it colour matched. It's got to be colour matched.
It's got to be dipped in chrome. And then bolts, you're going to have to put caps over them bolts.
It's going to be colour matched to the tyre.
Yep. This is the man. This is the man that organises Geelong Bike Night.
Oh dear, it is me.
It's funny. Everybody goes shy when there's a camera on them.
Well, because I like Colin, I get into trouble when there's a camera fucking involved.
Where are you off to? You going on a big trip?
Yep, going to Cairns. So
Nice.
20 days I think we got, so be good.
20 days? Geez, chopped it in about 3.5.
Yeah, well,
So you got to catch down on your bike?
Yep.
So you're actually going to be the guinea pig. So,
my whole bike has been a guinea pig for lots of things, hasn't it, Colin?
So Cole, what happens if he what happens if it shits itself halfway?
He gives Morgan a whacker ring. So that just becomes like a safety.
Yep. Look at that.
And go plus. We just put a hose clamp around there.
Yep.
Or even a zip tie like I left mine.
Yep.
Get under it, open the valve, shut the valve.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. That'll do, mate.
Yep. Brilliant.
Right, now. Well, that was the part that I thought was going to be easy. It only took 2 hours.
Should have been a bike mechanic, Colin.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Because your shit as an engineer.
Yeah. It's a fair bit harder when the fucking owner of the bike and the fucking bloke that stands 6'4" with a fucking I'll kill you fucking attitude are watching. I don't know that.
No pressure.
Look at that. Clean. And that's what you saw that Sportster had up there before?
Yep.
Full of shit.
Yep.
It'll come back
See,
here
this,
full of wool.
here, this is what we're trying to
Get rid of.
get rid of. It's not so bad that because it's this bike's just come from Melbourne and it's fucking boiled all the water out of it. But
Yeah.
you can imagine. All right, now
I guess it would happen even if it's cold though. It would happen more if it's cold, like in the colder weather.
if it if it doesn't warm right up, it happens too.
Yep.
So yeah, well we've been over that. We've pulled dipsticks out of bikes and it just leaves a hole in the custard for the dipstick to come out. It'll just choke solid full of
Shit.
yogurt.
Yep.
It's not really yogurt, I just call it that. Who put this on?
Yeah, bloke can put this on. It's fucking tight.
Is that me?
I think so.
So it's got the hole goes all the way through.
Yep.
Comes out here and feeds back into the bloody air intake.
Not anymore. It'll go here.
Righto. So now the tricky bit. I want to drill and tap into here so we can get the breathers in.
Yep.
It'd be funny if we go to all this trouble and make this fucking riveting documentary to discover that it's just a waste of fucking time and we're putting it all back to stock and apologising
Profusely. To all the people who rushed out and got it done.
to the CEO of Harley Davidson. You did know better than us, we're sorry.
Pardon us. Sorry, Joachim.
Oh, I probably won't do that. Okay, now we want the tapping drill for 1/8 BSP. Which you'd think I'd remember, but I don't, so. Basically, we can just use these.
Yep.
Will you have to drill a hole through the side of that or no?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. They're pretty fucking average little bolts, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Might find something else.
So, John, you were just looking at what, I mean, you've cleaned it up now with the rag, but,
Yeah.
but have a look at that there.
Oh,
Yeah.
bloody heaps of oil.
Yeah, so John's cleaned that off now, but you can see it all in there. That was way worse before. You just got a cloth and cleaned it off, but it was a surprise. Look at that. So all that shit's going back into your engine. That's the problem. So then what ends up happening is, like we discussed before, you get like a build-up on top of the pistons, which in the end I think is not much good for your bloody for the longevity of your engine, really. So what Cole's going to do here, he's going to drill through there. I can't do that. He's going to drill through there and tap into it. Well, I think you've got to get different bolts.
Yeah, we just drill a hole through there, so then that way, when the bolts go back through here, he's gonna weld the tops off, and then it'll breathe out here.
Yep.
Into the hose and then into the catch can.
Yep.
We've got to open those up. Like, not really ideal. Going to all this trouble, and they've still got a hole that size in them. We can just drill straight through that though. All right, see if we can open these up.
You thought this was going to be easy.
I did. I should have known. So if you drill this hole out through the guts of it too big, it'll just snap.
Yep.
So, bit of a fine line. Better. Fuck, I got the dropsies.
Yeah. Got the
I'm
drop.
gonna fucking crack it, mate. Throw these cunts out the window. Let's open it up.
Much better.
Yeah, so we're
Look
looking
at
a
that.
little
Look at the
bit,
difference.
getting a little bit of action there now. Big hole in there now.
Beautiful.
I'll just put a blobber weld on these, I think. Just,
Yep.
We don't, we could put a screw in there, but last thing we need is something falling out and into the throttle body.
Yep.
We're probably going to get fairly hardly hammered for not wearing.
Are your fucking things go dark or you...
No, I shut my eyes.
Oh, I was going to
It
say.
goes pretty dark then. Certainly shouldn't be doing that though, all you children watching. There won't be children watching.
No. Well, it depends. It depends.
Define children.
Yeah, exactly.
You need new front tyre.
What?
Front tyre's fucked.
I haven't got that far yet.
Oh, that's got thousands of calls. Mate, if that was Whitey, that'd have another 7 years,
No,
wouldn't it?
that's fucking... That's low.
Oh, yeah.
It's only about a mil.
Yeah.
It's still roadworthy though.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't reckon.
Looking good?
Yeah. Beautiful. Now we could go between those push rods. I don't think there's any need for that. We'll just let that sit in there like that. That's fucking deluxe. Might as well put this end on and then we'll cut it to suit. Righto. Now it's going to drop down into this. I'll cut that off. We'll cut it to an exact length in a minute. Beautiful. So it's not, you can't blow back.
Yep.
Because the umbrella valves get it up in the top.
Yep.
If you want to fucking have a sucker, I never said this to a big man before, any man before, but if you, nah, fuck.
Happy we leave that alone, I reckon.
Colin summons me to do this.
Okay.
Get to jump on the forklift.
Looks neat though. I reckon, Steph.
Fucking lot of work.
Yeah. Gonna make a whole new bloody bracket for it.
Better make a difference, that's all I'm saying.
You have to work out this bloody plug was in the way. Yeah. So you have to bloody clear that.
Lucky knows what he's doing.
It's not going on here. I told him he should have been a motorbike mechanic.
Hey?
Told him he should have been a motorbike mechanic.
That's all nice and cleaned up now.
Yeah, it'd be a lot fucking better now. It shouldn't be pissing oil out into the air cleaner anymore.
Well, that's a very loving...
How much memory have you got in this memory stick, Paul?
Thanks.
It's going to take a while. Just saying.
Jeff.
Oh yeah, battery life. There's a battery.
There you go, it's done. Stick that up your ass. All right, so that's all done now. So what should I do now to keep an eye on it? Do I check that, what do you reckon, every...
Well, I just reach under here and open this little valve.
Yep.
And this gauge how much runs out. You catch it in a coffee cup or whatever.
Yep.
And then just shut it up again.
And that's
Engage it, yeah.
Yep.
And the sludge and shit, we probably would only have to do at service intervals. But you'll be able to gauge it by just opening that valve and seeing what drops out. Stiffy took my bike, rode it to Calder Park, and he did about 7 passes on the quarter mile, continuously rode it back here, and it was about a teaspoon of water in it. And you saw what happened the last time we pulled it off, it had a heap in it.
Yep.
So the moral of the story is he got the bike properly hot, and all of that stuff would have vapped out.
Yep.
So, but you're just gonna have to see. We got no. This is your sole form of engine venting now. We've got a.
But this will be particularly the guys aren't riding a lot. If they're riding just a quick thing down to the shops and back home, that would be happening
worse and worse constantly.
Yep.
You've got to get them up to temperature to dry the motors out effectively.
Yep.
But there's all sorts of things. Put oil in the air cleaner. You know, they can worn out piston rings and too much blow by and on and on and on it goes.
Yep. But this will be good to monitor to see how much it's actually doing.
We've got a bike leaving for Cairns. Jacko's leaving for Cairns today. He's got exactly this system on.
Yep.
And we'll see how that goes. And he'll feed us back.
Yep. So there you go, guys. I'll keep an eye on this for the next couple of months and see what it is, and we'll keep feeding back to you and let you know exactly what's happening with it and how it's performing, all that sort of stuff, and just basically keep an eye on it. But
do you want to check your shocks while
you're here? And that's the other thing too. We've been checking. That was in the last episode as well. Was the fact that the shocks are out, and we'll check mine.
Well, that's as close to as perfect as it gets.
So is that... Now, I haven't done any of this. This is
You're going to say it's because of the legend shock absorbers, aren't you? No, these would be because bar across here is the right length.
Yep.
And doesn't need adjusting because we just saw that it does not need adjusting.
Now the good thing about that is because you reckon the rubber engine mounts and that when if you sort of got to muck around with them a little
Once
bit too.
they've sagged, I'm thinking I'm having trouble getting them to desag or to adjust properly. I think the answer is to put new engine mounts in them at the same time.
Yep.
Or get onto it soon enough. We're getting some of the new ones are out, and if we put an adjustable bar up there, we can pull them square from the start and they're good to go.
Yep.
But this one is that's perfect. Doesn't get any better than that. And I've seen a couple like that. We had an old 2-cam in here that's one of the bikes that's going to Cairns tonight or tomorrow.
Yep.
And it was perfect. So, but once they've got good shocks on it, they do seem to be a lot better.
Yep. So there you go.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Now that's the catch can hoses coming off. Catch can all done. Came up great. Cole actually made up, at least you would have seen it, made up that bracket and everything. Looks swish. Service done, catch can fitted, the whole box of dice, engine, bike's running like a dream. So what do you want me to look at now on this catch can?
That Picasso painting you brought down was bloody nice. I'd look at that a bit more. That was nice.
So what should I be looking out for?
Just open that valve when you get home, see if anything drops out.
Yep.
Open it in the morning, see if anything drops. Make sure you shut it properly.
Yep, yep.
And then just work off that and see what's happening. If it starts flowing out of the overflow, you'll know that it's full.
Yep.
But it won't. I don't think it'll do that.
Yep.
So just check on it. Don't need to admit to the micron or you don't need to measure anything.
Yep.
And it'll just be. I'm hoping it'll just become part of a regular service cycle that will take that apart, clean it.
So what we'll do also for you guys with CVOs, when I come back down next, Cole's going to take like use that as a template.
I'll take that bracket off and make a jig. It's you want to be doing that every time.
Yeah, and that way you'll be able to get your CVOs done just as easily as everybody else does. But everybody else, it should be relatively straightforward.
It should be, and I believe they work real well. The one on mine seems to be doing fine, but it hasn't done any big trips.
Yep.
But yeah, it's good. See how you go.
So if anybody wants one, come on down, speak to the guys down here. I'm sure they'll be able to sort you out.
Give us a minute till we get ready for them. Yeah, well, we can help them out.
Well, I'm trying to generate business here. I'm trying to get them in. Yes.
But there's no point in getting them in if we're not ready for them. Look how long you've had to wait while I've been mucking around making a bracket.
It's only what? Well, 7, 9, 11 hours.
Yeah.
I thought it was about 5 minutes. It wasn't that long.
It will be on video.
Mate, that is a sneaky looking little thing.
Yeah.
Because you really looking at the bike, you can't actually you wouldn't even know it's there.
No.
But he's not just put a catch can on there, mate. That's a Supremo catch can.
Yeah, well, he had to.
I'm surprised it doesn't have the Anzac soldiers around it or something because it's pretty flash.
Exactly. So he, like, as you would have seen, he made up all the brackets and everything. So I've got to actually give that bracket back because he needs to use that as a template. That's only for the CVOs. If you just got your normal road glide, you won't need all that. It's a quick install, which he was spewing about because he realised when I got down, he goes, you got all the crap in the way, which you would have seen. So
I'll nick down.
Yeah.
Because that's the sort of big-hearted bastard I am.
So I've got to basically report back to him what it is. I have had a look. It had a little bit of water in there, but not that much. Not as much as. So if you run them up to speed, up to temperature, a lot of that vapor goes. It just ends out coming out the pipe. It's more if you're not doing a lot of long riding. If you do, quick like a ride to the shop, or you're doing your rides to go to your coffee, and you're not doing a lot of long sort of distance riding. Definitely, I'll be looking at getting a catch can for that. If you're
just doing those short 20k, 30k, 40k rides.
Yeah, well, you don't want that water going into your engine.
That's right, mate. And it's all just vapor, really, but liquefies.
Yep.
And then sits in your system, and
And the other thing is
that any crap in there, do you?
That crappy sort of oil stuff that's going in there too. That doesn't go back into your
air filter, back into your air system.
Yeah, and it also stops that carbon build up on top of your pistons. So, Look, so far, and the best part about it is it's basically they clean the filter out, the catch can or the filter in the catch can out during your service.
Yeah.
So it's that often, but the little tap on the bottom, you just undo the tap and
Dribbles out, mate.
dribbles out. That's it.
It's always important.
Yeah, as long as it dribbles
Long
out.
as it dribbles out. Once it stops dribbling, you've got to get it to a technician.
Yeah, so we'll keep you updated as to how it performs. Obviously, I've got to go back and show Cole at the next service. He'll keep an eye on it to see what it's actually doing. So, yeah, I'll be me, and there's another guy who's going to be his guinea pig. So, we'll see how they go.
Now, I did think of something the other day, mate, and you have reminded me, because we do go and see Cole a fair bit, and he gives us lots of good advice. But if you guys have got any questions for Cole,
Yeah.
either email them to us at Hogs, Cogs and to AussieFlogs@gmail.com. Stick them in the show note, in the comment section here. I'll collate them, and what we'll do when we go up there, we might hit him with half a dozen questions at a time.
Yep.
And then we can get back to you with some educated results and answers.
Yes.
So, yeah, because someone did send me something the other day, and they go, if next time you're down talking to Cole, could you ask him this? I said, no worries.
Yeah. So that's
let's make the most of it.
actually a really good
might
idea.
make a really good segment, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to have to find a smart-ass name for it. Cole's something or other.
Cole's Collections.
Cole's good. I don't know. We'll work something out. Mate, speaking of collections, we've collected a few things on the bike of late.
Yep.
And as you said, I did about 1,200 Ks in the last 4 or 5 days. I don't know. Anyway, the Corbin seat. Now, a lot of that was done. About half of that was done with the tail gunner on the back. And she's got a thing or two to say about the Corbin seat.
Take it away, Lisa.
All right, so I thought I'd give you a Pillion's perspective on Corbin's seat. As soon as I got the seat, I was comfortable straight away. We've travelled hundreds of kilometres on this seat now, and I've not once got off and said, oh, gee, I'm sore or hurting. And in actual fact, I've noticed that we're travelling even further without having a stop for a break and a stretch. So that just goes to show that the seat is obviously very comfortable. So guys, if you want your other half to come along more, I can highly recommend getting a Corbin seat, and also have a look at the backrest as well, because that just makes the trip a lot more comfortable. Corbin, when you purchase a seat, they actually get your height and weight. So the seat's actually custom made for you. And another thing Corbin have covered is those brisk cold mornings or winter days, heated seating with dual control. Excellent. So you won't be disappointed if you purchase a Corbin seat.
She's trying to take over the show. It's obvious. It's obvious. Eh?
She's muscling in.
She's muscling in. There are better ways to get on my better side. No, but that's good because...
Or to get on your muscle.
Oh. Promises. Mate, but what she says is true, you know. If you want to get your other half on the back of the bike, you've got to have her comfortable. And I tell you what, she's very happy with that little Corbin seat, mate. The other morning we're riding, where were we going? We're on our way to Jindabyne.
Yep.
And we're going for about an hour. She goes, it's getting a bit chilly. I said, well, turn your seat on. She said, damn, I forgot. And she turned it on. 5 minutes later, she went, all good now. Nice and warm. So, excellent. Now, that also reminds me, the Corbin seat competition.
Yes.
We've had a shit ton of entries. We've had about, I don't know, it's about 50 entries there now. So all you got to do is send a photo of your bike in, hopefully with yourself on it, and a quick explanation or something as to why you would like, or if you would like, a Corbin seat. And at the end of the year, we're going to pull it out, and the winner is going to get one for their bike.
Cool.
That's about the easiest competition on the state of the... Mate, everybody's got a phone. Go out, click your bike, click a photo of you lying on your bike, lying on a lump of wood, lying on a brick, I don't know. And just tell us why you think you deserve a Corbin seat. And just one line or something, just to make our day, make us happy, give us a laugh.
Now,
and
on that, I've got 6 Corbin hats here to give away. 6.
More hats.
If you type in the comments, if it's for free, it's for me, we'll pick the first 6, or a random 6, and we'll send you out a Corbin seat. Make sure you...
Corbin hat.
Yeah, a Corbin seat. A Corbin hat. A Corbin
Just
hat.
put it, if it's for free, it's for me, and if we pick you, we'll send you a DM message back.
Yep.
You give us your address.
And we'll send it off.
And there you go, you get a free Corbin hat.
Yep.
Get them off our table.
Yep. We need the room.
We need the room. We've got more crap to put in. Alrighty.
Now, you went on a bit of a trip up to...
Mate, I went on it was a ripper trip actually, mate, because me and the Targan, we went up to Jindabyne to the Sturgis reunion, and this was organised by Brett Cross.
Jeez, I thought we actually got away without mentioning Sturgis anymore, but
it's not going to happen, mate. It's not while I'm here. So basically, all these people, most of them have been on heavy duty, organised heavy duty rides, or prior to it being heavy duty, it was elite motorcycle tours over in the States, and they do some magnificent rides. They do. I mean, Captain Tennille, friends of ours, did I think it was 48 days or something, mate. Yep. I mean, they came home with 78 kilos worth of bloody poker chips, let alone about 7 containers worth of T-shirts. Yeah. But basically, this weekend up at Jindabyne, at the Jindabyne Hotel, was for everybody to meet. But one of the things that really interested me, I've been hearing this name Brett Cross for many years, and Brett is a bit of a legend in the Australian motorcycle industry, and certainly in whether it be journalism or motorcycle tours and that sort of thing. And spent a bit of time with him over that weekend, mate. In fact, so much so that they invited me and Lisa to go with him and his group the next night on Sunday night, and we stayed another night over at near Midamita at the Dartmouth Hotel, and we went to the Midamita pub, mate. How good is the Midamita pub?
One of my favourites.
But anyway, while I was there, I said, Brett, if I've got this opportunity with you, I want to have a chat, mate.
Yep.
So I sat him down at the back of the Midamita pub, mate. This is what ensued from that. Crossy, Brett Cross from... Now it's called American Thunder Magazine Australia.
American Thunder Magazine Australia.
Yeah, all right. So how did that get started, mate?
When I was doing the tours overseas with Nick, who's a good friend of mine, he's a business partner with me, he liked the way I talk to the people and thought that we could start something up and do our own little thing, and it's been going since 2015.
And it's going well?
Yeah, you got 26,000 followers on it.
Well, be happy to 26,000. That's all right, mate. That's very good. And that'd be subscribers worldwide, wouldn't they?
Yeah, all over the place. There's mostly Australia, but then USA as well.
Yeah, but before you started this magazine, mate, you've been involved in the motorcycle journalist sort of area for. I mean, your presence sort of precedes you, mate. I've been hearing your name for many years.
Have you?
I have.
Not bad, I hope.
Hey? No, all of it good, mate. All of it good. So, where did you start in motorcycle journalism?
Well, I wasn't a journalist. I worked as advertising manager of Street Bike magazine, Performance Street Bike magazine, and I did that for a while. Then that was shutting down, so they took the guy off Live to Ride magazine, put him on Two Wheels magazine, and they put me on Live to Ride. And I said, oh no, I'd rather go there. And they said, no, you're suited to Live to Ride. And so I did the advertising for that, and I was running all of the ads for people going out and seeing them. We had clubs advertising as well, and things like that. And then I did that for a while, and the editor seen some of the photos I took at the bike shows, and he liked them, Hogs. And he said, next time you go to the bike show, can you take some photos of the people and things like that, the models and stuff like that. So I started walking up saying,
oh, what a crap job,
Live to Ride, take the photos, took them in, and he loved them. And then
you get to walk up to half-naked women, take their photos and say, oh, I'm doing it because I'm a journalist, not because I want to.
Well, I ended up doing model portfolios for about 6 or 7 years as well.
You're now my new hero.
So I did all that, and Pugs let me do a few little things. I'd write the stuff. I'm not a writer by all means, but I can put all the information down, and Pugs used to just edit it, put it in the magazine, and he was quite happy with it. He got me to cover the 2010, I think, Harley Davidson launch because he got really sick.
Right.
That was a flight out that night, and I went and did that, and I wrote it my way, and he actually liked the way I wrote it, and he put it in that way, and he was really good. He's a good mentor. Well, he helped me a lot with it.
Yeah. So you've worked for Live to Ride.
Yeah.
Who else?
Street Bike.
And
I did a little bit of stuff with Two Wheels magazine as well, and then just went online.
And you've had some stuff published in heavy duty as well.
Yeah, I've done a few photo shoots for heavy duty.
And talking about heavy duty, mate. you've done one or two rides.
One with heavy duty.
One with heavy duty, but before that it was elite.
Elite special events.
Elite special events. So you do, Crosby does tours of to Sturgis basically.
Yeah.
Most of them are trips to Sturgis, and you have what length are they? There's 40 days.
No, there's when I first started it was about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I did one from mostly Las Vegas to Sturgis via all of the great roads and that, and then I did one from San Francisco across as well. That was I think that was 4 weeks.
Yep.
And then when I did the heavy duty one in 2023, that was 4 weeks. That was really
Well, that was
good.
when we first met actually, was at the Sturgis sign at Sturgis last year.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, it was that was a good week, mate. I quite enjoyed that. So you've done what they call legacy media, so paper magazines.
Yep.
And now you're doing an online version. So is there any difference at all, you think?
Look, I believe that the printed magazines are great. I love them. I think they're really good.
Yeah.
And I think they appeal to the older generation especially. They like to have it in their hand. They like to go and sit on the toilet and read it, you know, the old school type of thing. And hopefully they'll be around for a long time. But the problem with that is it takes a while to go into the magazine because it's got to be printed and everything like that.
Yeah.
Where they can go online and read it straight away.
Yeah, within 5 minutes of writing it, it can be online, can't
exactly. But there's nothing better than picking up a magazine and seeing your photo in there.
it? 100%.
And keeping that
100%,
and
mate.
handing it down to the kids where it's online and that you see yourself at a bike show online and you look at it, you go, oh wow, I'm there, but that's about it. You know?
Yeah, so it's fantastic, mate. And now, are you still going to do the tours? Or have you said enough's enough?
I've said no because I've done 7.
But you said no several times.
No,
And you've been back.
Neil Brumby talked me into it
Yeah.
once and asked me to do it for him and help him out, which I did. We were supposed to do 20, 21 and 22 and they all got cancelled because of everything going on. So Viv said, you're back on 2023, you're right to do that? And I said, yeah.
So American Fundivo now is your full-time gig?
No, it's just a part-time thing.
Yeah.
I work full-time and that, but at work I've got the opportunity I can use my computer to do editing and stuff like that. So it's pretty good like that.
That's not bad. It's not bad, mate. So where to from here?
Just going to keep covering shows and putting stuff online, putting photos up. People love their photos and things like that.
Yeah.
I've been like a photographer now for the magazine for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And just do stuff like that. I love it. I just
Well, you do enjoy yourself at these events.
Oh, I love it. I love being in charge. I like organising.
We're currently on a Sturgis reunion visit. So we've been to Jindabyne. We're currently sitting at the Midda pub out here in the beer garden. It's a beautiful little spot, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah.
We had a hell of a ride today, mate.
That was good.
Over the Alpine Way.
My first trip over Alpine Way.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah, it was really good. Except for that car in front of me.
Yeah, that was a bit of a nuisance. So where to from here?
Just go to keep plotting along with what I'm doing.
Just keep doing.
But you know, I've done that the first anniversary thing. Well, it's actually the third one, but this was the big one. We had over 100 and something people. Probably 120, 130 people.
It was a great weekend, mate, and everybody got on so well. Yeah. And we went for a little ride yesterday morning, which was great because the trip up to Charlotte's Pass was snowed in. Well, it wasn't snowed in. It was. But we actually got up to the top of Charlotte's Pass.
In the morning it was 4 degrees. So
and no one wanted to go there because that's just not the place you want to take 60 bikes or so.
Nah.
But later in the afternoon, mate, the weather was magnificent.
Yeah, everybody said they went up there. I'd been up there a few times, but they said they went up. A few people showed me photos of the snow on the mountain. And I've seen that today on our ride too. Yeah. Which was really, really cool.
So Sturgis, how many times have you been?
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
13 was my first.
Yeah.
I was asked to go by the owner to help.
Yep.
And I did 1 Sturgis, and then after that he just asked me to do it all.
Well, mate, as I said, I met you over there, and a couple of our friends were doing one of the heavy-duty tours, and they loved it, mate.
Yeah, so everybody was really happy with it. And it's nice when people come back to you and say, wow, that was fantastic, thank you.
Yeah,
and really nice.
Everybody I know that's done a heavy-duty tour says it is absolutely fantastic. Look, it's not cheap, but, you know, you get the experts. You get the guy who's going to take you to all the good stuff along the way.
You're not going to be sitting on highways following GPS. I don't use GPS or maps. I never have.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
I learn the route before I go. Yeah. So when I'm riding along, I haven't been there before, I still work out where I'm going. We go off off the beaten track sometimes. We'll go to lookouts and places of just historical places and visual places. Monument Valley, Grand Canyon.
They're the sort of places that when you've been 7 times, you know about them. When you go on your own the first time,
absolutely. If people have spoken to me, and I get a little lot, they go, do you recommend a tour? And I say yes. Your first trip, do a tour. Put out the money, they'll look after you. Get up in the morning, get on the bike, you don't have to think, you don't have to worry about getting on the wrong side of the road. You get to the hotel, no signing and checking in, they'll hand you your keys, you get to the hotel, you walk straight in, it's done. Next morning you get up, throw your luggage, because if you go on the bike on your own or with your mates, if we went on the bikes, everything's got to sit on the bike. Well, with this you can take a bag with you and put it in the back of the truck.
Well, will make it very handy.
And all you got to do is pay for virtually your food, your drinks, and your souvenirs, and you will buy a lot of souvenirs.
I tell you what, there's a lot of souvenirs keep getting shipped back over there, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Well, I bought 36 t-shirts on my first trip.
That's a shitload of t-shirts.
That was stupidity, because they put the price down on the last few days of Sturgis.
Yeah.
And they were like $20 for 4 shirts. Yeah. So I just said, I'll take those four. And I brought it back and gave it to friends too, but for myself, I think I ended up with about 30-something shirts.
Excellent, mate. Well, thank you for giving us a bit of your time, mate, and thanks for inviting us this weekend. We've had an absolute ball.
And we'll be doing it again in 2026, around the same time in October. But it won't be the GP long weekend.
Yeah, but if you've been to Sturgis and you want to meet another heap of people that have done similar, it's a great weekend to get away, mate.
It was good, yeah. Everybody was happy.
Well, there's people from everywhere, mate.
Western Australia,
New Zealand. Tassie, New Zealand.
There's none from Mexico,
really. Only us.
The Victorians.
Cheers, mate.
No worries, mate. Thank you.
So as you can see, Brett, mate, he's had a
he's had a colourful life in the motorcycle.
He's had a colourful life in the motorcycle, mate. I mean, he gets paid to go riding around America to Sturgis. He gets paid to ride other people's motorbikes and things, and go to write for motorcycle magazines.
Must be tough, Brett.
And of course, he gets paid to photograph scantily clad women draped over motorcycles. Quite frankly, I'm not sure if I hate him or
envy him.
I definitely envy him, mate. As I said to him in that thing, I said, "You're my new hero." What a sensation! But I tell you what, mate, absolutely ripper bloke.
Yep.
Absolutely ripper bloke, and really enjoyed our time with them. So we'll be seeing a lot more of them, and over the next couple of years, I'm sure.
Awesome.
Based up in Sydney, but so it's really interesting for me to see all these names in the motorcycle industry, which we've spoken about so many times, and there's a few more I've got lined up to come on the show, mate. To because these blokes, like the blokes that own all the old bikes.
Yep.
These guys know the history of motorcycle journalism, and they know what people are after, because that's been their job for the last 20, 30 years.
Yep.
Keep an eye out on what the trends are and the like. So thanks, Brett, for that interview, mate, and we'll be talking soon. Now, after Brett, speaking of rides, I went for a ride yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of people that follow the Facebook page will know that yesterday was my birthday, mate.
Yes.
I was nearly 21 3 times. So I had my birthday yesterday, and the wife was working.
Yep.
The tail gunner was working. Everybody else was doing things and working, and I went, well, screw you, I'm going for a ride. And because on the trip up to Jindabyne, we had stopped at a tourist attraction, which will feature in our Jindabyne video that's coming out later this week.
Yep.
All right, and I put the drone up.
Yes.
The drone didn't come down. So let me just set the scene here, okay? What I'm videoing is here. There's a row of trees here, so I figure I go up, I go over the trees, about 20 feet over the trees, looking at the site.
Yep.
Go sideways along it slowly, dramatically showing this amazing piece of Australian
engineering,
yes. However, what I didn't know is all these trees were this high.
Yep.
But what I couldn't see from me being down here is that over here, the last 2 trees were this high. Found them. And of course, what happened? Drone Force 1 got stuck in the tree.
Yep.
And of course, it was a magnificent, beautiful day. So much so there wasn't a breeze. Not a breeze. Nothing wouldn't shake that thing out of a tree. I'm giving it this and I'm hoping that the propellers will... No, nothing. And then it just shut off. And, of course, what do you want when that happens, mate? You want your wife to walk up and put a GoPro in your face, don't you? Because you're in such a good mood. Oh, that doesn't matter, love. We'll just get another drone. She says, how much does it cost? I said, not a lot. Anyway, long story short, we had to leave it.
Yep.
Left it, went to Jindabyne the following day.
Yep.
Left it a week and I thought, well, I want to go for a ride yesterday. I thought, screw it. I'm going to go for a ride and see if I can't find this drone.
Yep.
640k round trip. That had an awful lot in it, mate. It had... I tell you what, I came across a paddock with the most cows I've ever seen in my life, and I was so stunned that I forgot to video it. I was devastated, and then the bastard had all gone when I got there. How do you move 1,000 cows in 2 hours?
Easy.
Well, apparently. Eh? So anyway, went up there to look for said drone, which will be another video coming out the next week. I'm looking for a little bit of help here, guys. Watch me bloody videos, for God's sake. Anyway, got up there. First thing that happened was, mate, I turned into the dirt road. Got it's about 3 kilometres, 3.5 k's of dirt road. Got about a k in, and suddenly there's a 100-foot tree right across the road.
Shit.
How do you get a road glide around that? Easy. We went bush, bro. We went bush, got all that on tape.
Yep.
Went down, looked for me drone. You'll have to watch the video to see if we found a drone or not. And then came home, mate. So, but on the way there, I stopped at Traralgon Harley because I checked the oil the night before and I thought, I need a little bit of oil in there, mate. She's a bit low. I just want to do a bit of a shout out to Traralgon Harley Davidson because Traralgon Harley Davidson, first things first, everybody knows what my little thing is. If you walk in the door, I want to know how long it takes someone to recognise you there and you know, to treat you like a customer.
Yep.
Well, I don't know, I didn't get through the door, mate. The door's open and the guy said hello.
Yep.
Seriously, mate, I didn't even get a foot in the door and one of the guys was moving the bikes and he says, g'day, mate, how's things? I said, not bad. He said, what can we do for you? So I was just after a bit of oil. Long story short, he showed me where it was, walked up to the desk to pay for it. I was just going to top up my bike and keep going. And I just happened to say to him, geez, yeah, mates go through a bit of oil, don't they? He says, I've got a twin cam, I wouldn't know.
Yep.
But his mate standing behind him, a younger bloke, I'm sorry I didn't get his name, short hair, probably about, I don't know, 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He says, what do you mean it's using oil, mate? I said, well, had a the big change recently and not that long ago. I said, well, I have done some Ks, mate. We've been to the Outback.
Yep.
We've been to South Australia. I've been to Jindabyne and I've come back up that way again. But it's still within the 8,000 Ks, so it shouldn't have lost a lot of oil. And it needed about a pint.
Yep.
He says, that doesn't sound right. Let me come out and have a look. Didn't even think about it. He walked out, straight out to my bike, opened it up, checked the oil level, had a look at a few little things, and he just suggested, it doesn't seem to be burning it.
Yeah.
So where's it going? So basically, he recommended, he said, you get your stuff done at Geelong. Yeah. He said, well, make sure you have a chat with Cole about it.
Yeah.
I said, so Cole, I'm coming your way to have a chat about that because it shouldn't be going through that much. But it's running clean and it's running beautifully.
Yeah.
But I just thought, he didn't even think, he wasn't even serving me.
Yeah.
He just heard the conversation and went, there's a bloke that might have an issue.
Yeah.
I want to give him a hand with.
Yeah.
And I just...
And that's what we want.
Every time we go to the independents, mate, that's what you get.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I'd still be walking around another place waiting to be recognised.
Yeah.
So that's just all I wanted to say, mate. I just wanted to give them a big shout out. And to those of you that do live up Traralgon Way, you're doing well because you've got a bloody good dealer up there as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, very good.
And if you're weird like some of these other blokes that are all buying dirt bikes, you can zip in there and grab yourself a KTM or a dirt glide.
Yeah, or a dirt glide.
They do the both, mate.
Now, so one of the Flogs, he's, as you would have been seen in a previous episode, was out there raising money again, and he clocked up over 10 grand.
He's done a massive job.
So Zappa had his Postie Bike challenge.
Yeah, we did a
last
show
week.
on this about 5-6 shows ago,
Yep.
maybe 7 shows ago.
So it's come and gone now. They had the worst weather you could ever possibly imagine. That was that day we had that massive downpour that
That was
I got stuck in.
The day he left.
Yep. Was the day.
It was the day I was leaving for Jindabyne, so I had to get up early, and I rode out to Lilydale, where they started, and then as soon as it was over, I ripped back home and tore away from the weather.
Yep.
So I never got the weather.
Yep.
Of course, as you are 30 k's from home, and you've got your own weather pattern.
Yes.
And you drown.
Yes.
I had a beautiful sunny day, by the way. Ended up at a pub on the Gippsland coast.
You sent me the photos as I was drying out.
He sends me a thing, pouring down with rain. He's still riding, and he's FaceTimed me from his bike, and it's pissing down with rain. I happen to be sitting on a deck of a sunny pub at Marlow, laughing my head off. It was a beautiful day. It was a memorable moment. Enjoyed that.
So you went down to see Zap?
I went down and saw Zap and took a bit of video, and we had a chat with everybody from bridge builders, and basically I just thought after we'd done a show on him, mate, we should at least see him off. We can't see him back or go on the ride, but we can actually go and see him off. So let's take a look at that.
How are you?
So we're here with Phil from Bridge Builders, mate. The day has arrived.
Here we are. Yeah, what a great day. No rain,
mate,
sun shining.
No, well, that was it, because I was looking at the weather report the other day and I thought, oh, man, I know I'm heading off today on my bike, but I don't know if I'd want to be heading off on one of these in the pouring rain, mate. Hey, so tell us about it, mate. How many bikes you got coming?
Okay, so it's around 21 bikes, and then 15 support crew with the recovery trailer. So it's a fair peloton.
That is a serious recovery trailer too, by the way, mate. Normally people expect something like that to follow a group of Harleys. So
well, we actually hire that out, that trailer. We hire out to raise money for the charity. So people got events. It's a really good thing to have.
Okay, it's a ripper, mate. So where to today?
I have no idea. So I'm just the owner of the charity. So all the road captains, they do all of that. So they sort all of that out, and we just follow the main guy.
Yeah. So mate, from what I can hear, it's raised an incredible amount of money.
Yeah.
So far, any idea?
110k.
110,000
so far. So and then people just keep donating all the way. You know, the QR codes on the side of the trailer. You know, they can donate that way, or people just raise it every day. So it's amazing.
That is incredible. Because I know Zap. He said to us at the start, he said, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to raise, mate. Well, I think he's up at around about 10.5 grand.
Yeah, he's done amazing.
Which is fantastic. So big shout out to all the people that donated from the Flogs and the like. So, mate, good luck today.
Yeah, no worries.
Have an enjoyable ride.
Yeah,
it's only, what, 5 days?
Yeah, 5 days,
5 days, 1,500 Ks on a postie bike.
Get ready.
You're all mental.
Yeah, here we are.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, man. Good on you. Cheers.
All right, so I'm here with Phil and Stuart at the Postie Bike Challenge. Mate, this is going to be some ride.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome. Well, I'll have a look around your bikes in a second, but tell us, what got you involved?
You go first because you did.
Yeah. So I've got 2 kids myself. So I've got a 10 and a 12-year-old. So I got involved. Paul Stewart, who's actually my boss, got me involved before I could actually work for him. And I went to one meeting beforehand to listen to the kids on what they've been through and what the organisation does for them and how they've helped them. And being a father myself is a no-brainer. It simply was just a fantastic opportunity to support something that my kids have got no one to talk to because they've got problems, etc. Which there's so many kids in the world today that do. That there's someone out there or an organisation out there that they can tell to talk to. And
Bridge Builders is just a ripper organisation.
It is, yeah.
We've already spoken about that at length, but what about yourself, Phil?
2 years ago, I was sitting on Facebook at home and saw a friend had posted something about a postie bike ride. Looked into it, had a look at a video on YouTube from a couple of years before that, and saw my neighbour, Paul Temminghoff.
Really?
On the video.
Wow.
So Paul asked me about the charity. Turns out I've known Phil for many years, and the next day registered and bought a bike, and
Well, mate, tell us a little bit about your bike because it's a pretty impressive looking unit.
Funnily enough, I was Googling. I wanted to dress it up a bit, and I was Googling, and I came across an image of the bike, and I thought that looks damn good. Light bars on the front, etc. It turns out it was Stu's bike. I didn't know that at the time. So we turned up at the ride with the same looking bike. But following the ride 2 years ago, I wanted a little bit more power. So it's now got a kit in it, an exhaust, and it's got a bit more power.
So how many rides is this you've done?
This is the second.
This is your second one. See, some people actually come back to do it again. There is no accounting for. Oh my God, mate! I mean, I just look at it. 1,500. I'm going for a ride today on my bike. Now I'm riding probably one of the biggest Harleys, a big road glide, and I'm doing about probably 500 k's today. You guys are doing 350 on one of these. That is crazy. That is. Of course, it'll take its toll, eh? And not a lot of storage, but luckily enough you've got the support vehicle's going to be taking most of the gear, which is good. That's right. Because I reckon it's hard enough just, I mean, imagine, I don't know how posties do it, mate, 8 hours a day on one of these, quite frankly. All right, now tell me about the hair.
So I always said if I raised $10,000, then I'd colour my hair blue. I'm team captain of the blue team. And so I did it yesterday, day before. And then when I came to work, a few people said, well, how much do you bid? And I said, well, if you can raise another $1,000 for the charity, I'll do it. So here I am.
You don't want to work with this bloke.
2 years time, full Smurf.
No, they've
20 grand.
Papa Smurf off Wish.
Well, guys, absolutely fantastic. The bikes look great. Good luck for today.
Thank you.
And good luck for the next 5 days. You're going to need it.
Yeah, correct.
Cheers. Comes the man of the hour.
The smoky oaks and all.
Like that?
Woo!
Team Green, mate.
Team Green, buddy.
Hey, take a look at these. And there it is.
No, that'll be it.
All right, so I'm here with Zap. The morning has arrived, mate.
Morning's arrived.
What do you reckon?
I'm nervous as hell.
Mate, you've done a bloody ride just to get here. Did you come over this morning?
Yeah, but I drove down.
Oh, okay. Well, I figure 1,500 k's on one of these in the next couple of days is probably going to be enough anyway, mate.
And I think it was slowest around the walls.
Oh, I don't know about that, mate. But there are some wicked-looking beasts here.
These ones are fuel injected, so...
Fuel injected. So, tell us about it, mate. How are you feeling?
I'm really nervous.
Really nervous?
Yeah, really nervous.
Mate, you're only going for a ride? Yep. 300 k's on a postie bike?
Yes, I don't know.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should have organised you a Corbin seat, mate.
That would have been good.
That would have been good. Not sure if they make them for postie bikes. We might have to have a chat with Richard.
I do have a Harley backrest on there, so...
Yes. Yes, we'll have a look at that, mate. But mate, it's going to be a long couple of days, and no pressure whatsoever. You are expected as one of the Flog Army to come in at least first.
That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen. Well, mate, listen, best of luck for the whole ride.
Thank you,
it's going to be absolutely sensational. And how much have you raised, did you say?
Just over 10 grand. 10,300.
That's not too shabby, is it?
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
fantastic.
Yeah, no worries, mate. So,
I just want to thank everybody that donated, and you guys, Hogs, Flogs, and all the Cogs, and thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Mate, not a problem. And
the weather looks good.
The weather is looking absolutely spectacular. I'm heading off today too, mate, and I'm hoping that it remains this way. More for you than for me, quite frankly. All right, mate. Best of luck.
Thank you.
You've made us very proud.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Righto, riders, you ready? Got to listen up, this is how it works. We have had some impacts in the years gone past, and that's if you're riding beyond your skill set. So I'm what you call the tail gunner. I'm the helmet slapper. So if you're falling asleep, I'll be coming up behind you. You do not go past me, and you do not go past at the front. We're going to put Stewie Grucci, Papa Smurf. He's going to be at the front to start with, right? And then you do not go past the red vehicle. That is our front vehicle. This is the recovery trailer. This goes at the back of the peloton, the entire right at the back. If you break down, we keep riding, right? So if you break down, you move off to the side of the road. Robbo and his team will pick you up. Mr. T, you'll meet Mr. T if you haven't met him. Mr. T will stay with you, so you get 5 minutes to fix your bike. If you can't fix your bike in 5 minutes, in the trailer to the next stop. And then it's all about mateship. Whether you're a female mate or a male mate, we're all going to be mateship, so get to know one another in your team. There will be a lot of rivalry between the tribes, so we've got orange, purple, blue and green.
Go blue!
Green's the best. So, purple, you'll get there. Now the important thing. I just want to say thank you. You've taken 5 days out. It's cost you a lot to be here. I know from a business point of view, from a family point of view, from a bike point of view, a rego, raising money, all of that sort of stuff. The reason we call it the My Kids Postie Bike is because 35 years ago, a mentor of mine said to me, if you do something for me, I'll thank you. But if you do something for my kids, I'll never forget you. That's what you guys are doing, and gals. You guys are doing something for the young people that we work with, hundreds and hundreds of young people in any given year, and you may never feel like you'll know if that makes any difference, or we can reassure you that that's exactly what it does. I really want to say on behalf of our entire team, our entire organisation, that we thank you. We thank you for coming out. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for raising money. There's all kinds of emotions and feelings and thoughts about why we do this, and I want to get to know you better. So let's talk over the time. Let's really get to know one another more, understand one another more, because we just want to love our kids and we want our kids to make it. And so you guys are making difference. I think we're already at about 110k, and that is an extraordinary effort, and we've still got 5 days to race. And so, there's people who will go right through their entire life and never change a life. Right now, today, from this day on, you guys are changing lives every single day for us. And so we want to thank you. I'm only one voice in our entire organisation, but I just want to say thank you. This was a thought we had about 10 years ago, and, our kids matter.
No backing out now, mate.
Not after that speech.
Hey, holy crap. No pressure whatsoever. But as I said, first place.
What it look like, all right?
Yeah, have a look at it now, because it ain't going to look like that in 5 days. It's going to be a lot flatter, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good ride.
That was very cool. Very
mate,
cool.
mate, some of those bikes cracked me up.
Yep.
You know.
What is that?
And by the way,
freaking bright green wheels. What the hell's
bright
going on?
green wheels and a hog light. A hog light on a postie bike. Don't tell me hog lights don't make a bike a bloody light for your bike, mate. If you can get one for the. I tell you what, he turned it on, mate, and 12 of the people couldn't continue on the ride until they saw an optometrist. It was pretty cool. So no, but they were all there for the exact right reasons. Couple of really cool bikes, and I can only see that thing getting bigger and bigger. I spoke to Zappa about it the other day, mate, after he got back, and he said, Whitey, he said it was wonderful. His bike made it all the way to 100 metres from the end.
Oh, really?
I think he said 1 kilometre from the end, and it started stalling at the traffic lights. And he says, you wouldn't believe it. He said, I got to 1 kilometre from the end, and suddenly it started shitting itself every time we stopped at a set of and of course there was 5 traffic lights or something.
Zap, you've got to put petrol in it, mate.
Yeah. So how good was that though, mate? That was absolutely ripper. That was ripper, and well done, Zap. That's I think he made 10,600 or something like that.
That's brilliant.
I mean, some of the money that's going to charity through this the biker community is absolutely fantastic.
And we thank you and thank you and thank you. Times are tough out there at the moment. They are really tough, and for you guys to keep putting your hand in your pocket, we really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And so do the people that it's going to.
Well, if you're going to put your hand in your pocket, we've got an e-commerce store. So if you want a T-shirt, cup, sticker, or any of that stuff...
If you're battling,
life will... Well, there's one thing to be poor, mate, but you might as well be happy and poor.
Exactly.
So there you go.
Exactly.
All right, mate. Coming close to the end of this beast. Did it.
Yes.
Biker news.
Biker news. Look out.
Eh?
All
mate.
our problems are solved.
All our problems have been solved. That's it. It's all fixed. The government, the Victorian government, are going to put some money into the roads.
Yep.
How come I'm not jumping for joy at the moment, mate?
Well,
how come I just don't feel like I believe a freaking word they're saying?
Well, I already know that the Alpine Shire has been passed over because apparently they've sent experts out there, and
that was me.
And the experts have said that it's all good up there. No problem. The roads are fine. Unfortunately, a young lady came off. She was on the front page of the paper up there and said that if something doesn't get fixed soon, somebody's going to get killed. She actually got spat off. Doing all the right things on the perfect line coming into the corner, and dirty big pothole, bang, spat her off.
Yeah.
But Victorian government, they've had their experts up there, and we know where to...
I presume the experts is the elderly mother and father of the minister.
Well, we know
where she normally gets her advice from.
You know what an expert is. X is an unknown quality, experts to drip under pressure. And let's face it, that's exactly what they are.
They are. I tell you what, though, I was up around the Alpine area, and the roads there are... They're not in perfect condition, but they're better than the rest of the state. And that Alpine Way was sensational.
Well, the reason for
and they've got all the snow, which melts into water.
Yes.
They have rain, just like everywhere else, probably more because it's the high
winds,
all
erosion,
these things, everything that possibly is the excuse the government could use. And the roads up there are in really good condition, especially, funnily enough, the ones that go to the snowfields that happen to generate millions of dollars a year.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how the ones that generate the millions of dollars a year are in really good nick?
Yeah.
You know, like we went up to Charlotte's Pass, mate. Couldn't ask for it. I thought it was in New Zealand. Bloody beautiful road.
Or if somebody was being, a little bit, would say facetious or whatever, could
never on this show.
Could it be because a lot of those mob go skiing up their way?
No. Oh, I can't believe you would say such a thing. Fair dinkum, mate, it is a bloody joke.
Yep.
And now it just happens that within 12 months we're having an election. Suddenly they've found all this money.
Well, you know why?
And they're still just fixing potholes by filling them up. They're not repairing the entire...
Well, the reason we've got more money, Tim Palace just spent $66,000 to fly to Canada and back.
Oh, that's important.
Yep. To raise money from outside sources because they've exhausted all their lending options within Australia, so they've had to go to Canada to some outside lending to get more loans to try and
freaking one of them.
plug the holes in the dike.
Let's get out of Victoria for a minute, mate, because they're just making me angry, them bastards. Because we will see nothing improve between now and the election. But heading a little bit south, where it's wetter and colder, but things are starting to improve. Our mate Bert's been on another ride. This time on the north coast, mate. Ooh. Take it away, Bert.
G'day Flogs, welcome to the show. Tonight Annie and I have got together to put a couple of routes together for my channel and for Hogs, Cogs and 2 Aussie Flogs. But today you're enjoying the Three Sisters and Goat Island, which is a little stretch between Ulverstone and Penguin that follows the coast all the way along the shoreline, the road and the rail. So I hope you enjoy. It's only a short one, but she's a gem. An absolute gem. Alrighty, and he's leading the way. This will be our first ride together. I might keep up with her. Little BMW. How good is this? Caught the train going through, right on the coastline. Fantastic. you can just drive backwards and forwards here all day long. Surely Annie's got reserved parking, being mayor of the Penguin.
Well, as always, a ripper ride over there.
I can't wait to get over
No,
there.
me neither.
It is a ripper place to ride, and thanks, Bert, again for bringing that to us. There's a lot more to come. A lot more to come. Mate, that brings us to... Now, I was going to do a big thing on... I was going to tell you rallies, runs and events, and I think what we're going to do from now on, mate, is instead of me going through everything individually, I'm just going to quickly state what the rallies, runs and events are in Victoria, just quickly, but stay with us because we're going to have a bit of a discussion after this. So this calendar is just filled up. This weekend alone, we've got the Shovel Fest at Bendigo Showgrounds. We're heading there. We've got the grand opening of Throttle Culture, which is a new... I think it's going to be mostly sort of jet bike stuff at Bendigo as well. We've got Geelong Bike Night. We'll be there. And we also have the Us and Them Tourers on the 2nd of November, leaving Toner's Lane in Morwell for their 28th annual poker run. So that's all on Saturday, mate.
Crazy.
That's a big day on Saturday. So we're going to tour the 4 of those. 7th of November, which is next weekend. No, 7th of... What's the 7th? That'll be midweek next week. Pushing Miles. And an evening with 2 record holders at Machine Alley in Collingwood. So there's 2 riders, a male and a female, who've done some incredible miles, and they've actually got it. So you need to contact Machine Alley if you want to get tickets for that one. That might be really interesting. The Fish Holes Rally is on next weekend, the 8th to the 10th. That's a good old-fashioned rally. As well as this, that on the 9th, there is a Ballarat-based Kids Ward charity ride is being hosted by the Ballarat Rovers Motorcycle Club. Ballarat Bike Night next Saturday night. We'll be there. We've said we'd come and we're coming, all right? Stop hassling me, we'll be there. No, we'll be there on Ballarat Bike Night. So if you're going to be there, say good day. And also... the 41st annual Southern Classic Road Races are at Broadford next weekend. I've been to those before, mate. And because you know young Tommy Bramich, who races in the super sports? Him and his brother Ben, they both were absolute... They had some ripper bikes there, but they were given to ride and absolutely blew the crowd away last time I was there, mate. It is a really good weekend. So if you want to just go watch some really cool bike racing, get down there. Yarra Valley Hog have their 11th annual poker run leaving Coldstream Football Ground at 9:30 on the 10th. And there's an Around the Bay ride which goes over on the ferry and everything. See the flyer for details, mate. All these flyers are on the Victorian Rallies, Runs and Events page. All right, so that's the place to... If you want to get a flyer to us, don't send it to the Hogs Cogs page if you can. Please go on the Victorian Rallies, Runs and Events page. If it's from a different state, then send it to Hogs Cogs. Speaking of which, there's an event on the 2nd of November. The Central Coast Domestic Violence Committee are running a annual domestic violence bike ride. No, it doesn't mean you jump off your bike and belt your missus, please. So it's a countdown for everybody. It's the whole idea of it is to basically get some
raise
awareness, and hopefully change a few attitudes, mate.
If you're going to raise awareness for belting...
Well, it's crazy, isn't it?
Well, whether it's women or men.
I don't care.
Stop belting each other.
Please stop belting each other. That'd be a lot easier. But they got some ripper prizes too, mate. They got a $1,400 tattoo voucher, some Scandam type. So they got tandem skydiving, barbecue hampers, vouchers, all sorts of things. So if you're interested in that, jump on the Central Coast Domestic Violence Committee Facebook group. Okay, because all the details are there, including the entire route. I won't go through the whole thing, or we'll be here all day. So once again, bikers out there getting involved in
Doing good stuff.
Doing good stuff and getting involved in community issues, mate.
Yep.
So that is pretty much... Hold on. Tickety tick 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 tick. Did we mention the raffle tickets?
Yes, we mentioned the raffle tickets.
Well, let's mention them again. Don't forget, $20, only 186 or something left to go. Every cent will go to the two charities, and we would really appreciate it. Just jump on the merch page and you can grab those yourselves. Mate, I think we have pretty much come to the end of it, except to say that, as we've said, the calendar is absolutely filling up now. There is absolutely no reason to stay home, all right? There is no reason to leave that bike in the garage. There is something on every weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I tell you what, we've started taking it, mate. I tell you what, we've hit the ground running this summer, haven't we? Well, it's not summer yet, but...
Just something for me, guys. A lot of people contact us and want us to come along to these things.
Yeah.
We're not being rude. It's just that we have got that. Well, besides having our own lives and kids and all that sort of stuff, we try and get to as much as possible.
Yeah.
Please don't take offence if we can't turn up. We are literally under the pump the whole time, and we try to get as much as possible.
It's a first world problem, isn't it?
It is, but
it is.
Please don't take offence.
We can't be everywhere at once, mate.
Yeah.
And
we try.
And occasionally our kids want to see us, apparently. Told them to get a bike.
Exactly.
So, that's it. Yep.
Well, that's it from me.
That's it from me.
That's it from Hogs.
Cogs.
And 2 Aussie Flogs.
Ciao.
See you guys.